Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Celeb, and Bolts.
I gotta get that audio changed. What's up, guys? It is Celeb back again for another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast. I am joined by some mythical creatures here. The wild and crazy Toaster McGee, also joined by our new co-host, Mr. Janky. It's so good to have you guys. I'm so proud of you guys, too, for doing the live reaction. Like, it was hilarious, bro. Like, I was trying to listen to Toaster, and I'm like watching the reveals at the same time. Like, I'm watching it on the phone, and then like Toaster, y'all are in the background just laughing. And I was like, I should have just said fuck it and jumped on here, bro. This is fucking hilarious. So we're gonna have to start doing more live reactions like that. But
it was a good time.
Yeah,
I was advertising it to my friends as like, hey, if you guys want to watch me say all right to a bunch of game trailers, check this out. Because I noticed that I was watching, I go, all right. All right.
This is pretty good.
This is my measured reaction to everything.
I was like that meme with the butterfly. Is this Mass Effect?
Right? Yeah, that was definitely a disappointment on my side. I was like, no Mass Effect news at all. But yeah, so I'm back for Summer Games Fest, of course. I got back. I didn't get back until Wednesday night. It was really funny. Dara was going to come pick me up, and I'm like mid-plane, bro. It's like 4:00. My time switches over, and we're playing, or I'm like, first off, I felt weird because I was in first class, and all these other people were
pants over here.
It was an upgrade, man. I'm just saying, I was lucky to be able to do it, but it was super weird because like all the people that were in first class were like all in suits and shit, and I'm wearing the fucking Gears of War shirt. I'm like,
there's this Joker,
but like we're sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna look and see where they're at, just to check on them on Life 360, and I like look on there, and it shows Dara's still at the house, and I'm like, my GPS has got to be messed up. So, because it takes us like 2.5 hours to get to Dallas.
Jeez.
And so I'm like, I text her on like the Wi-Fi text. I'm like, my GPS must be screwed up. It shows that you're still at the house. And then I don't see anything. And then I see the little bubbles pop up, and then they go down, and then they pop up again, and then they go down. And I'm like, she's probably driving. And it pops up again. She's like, we're on our way, like caps, exclamation marks. And then whenever she finally got there, which I got to the airport, we landed at like 5. We landed like 30 minutes early. She got there at 7. So, but the good thing is, I mean, these airports are massive, so it's not like I was like, oh my God, I'm waiting in the desert.
There's stuff to do.
There was stuff to do. Yeah. So like whenever she got there, I was like, what happened? She was like, I was out there getting the kids to help me clean the back of the car out because it was all their stuff in there. And I got so intense on doing that. When you text me, I was like, she said, she jumped up. She's like, holy shit, guys, get your shoes on. We got to go get your dad. I didn't realize it was 4:00. And I was like, well,
I'm messed up. Let's go.
So it was awesome though. I was so glad to see the kids. And then we stopped at this little Italian place in Ennis. Random place, and it was like really awesome food. So
Ennis, Texas, of all
In
places.
Ennis, Texas, yeah. They were like, we're the only Italian place in Ennis. I was like, I bet. I was like, I bet you are, you know. But I was thinking maybe the food may not be best, but bro, it was fire. Like it was so good. I told that guy, I was like, bro, I'll drive all the way back over to Ennis, Texas, just to eat this chicken parm. It was really good food, but we had a good time. And
I mean, to be fair, man, it's hard to fuck up chicken parm.
That's a good
I mean,
point.
mind you, it is. But you know, Dara had some.
That is
I
the
don't even
most
know, it was like some-
American Italian dish you could.
It
American
is.
parm.
Yeah. And then Dante said he wanted a small pizza, and I was like, okay, let's get him a small cheese pizza. And it came out, and the small was like huge,
Like 17
bro.
inches, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was like, God bless. But
Pretty
it
sure
was
that
it was a good little trip back, and I'm glad to be back. And I've been cranking some videos out. Like I told Janky earlier, like I think I've gotten like 6 or 7 videos out, and I still got like 14 more that I got to get
14,
posted.
yeah.
So we had a really heavy schedule while we were there, but we got to play some really cool stuff. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. But before we get started, as per usual, we'll talk about what have you been gaming. So what you been gaming, Toaster?
A little bit of everything lately. I'm kind of in limbo. I finished First Light. Great game, but I am kind of disappointed in how
How it
quickly-
ended.
No, not how
Okay.
it ended, but how quickly. Like once I stopped goofing around, it was like okay,
Yeah. Your time with
Um,
it was shorter than you wanted it to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice to run into Cobby Lame for some reason in that game, which was
Yeah.
interesting. I was like, all right,
Oh,
you
yeah,
made
yeah.
it, bud.
I forgot he was in there.
We're gonna have to make a shirt now with Janky's face on it, and it's just like him giving a thumbs up, and it's like, all right, like because
All right.
you just said all right there, and I thought I like looked over at Janky, I was like, do you agree? Oh man,
I picked up Spider-Man 2 again, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that in small bits because that game, the worst shit happens to all of the characters involved in that game.
yeah,
Every single one of them.
yeah.
Like you'll be swinging around downtown, and then like your aunt, well, or not your aunt. Well, she died in the first one. Spoilers, because
Oh.
why make Peter have anything easy?
Yeah.
MJ will call you, and she'd be like, my great aunt is leaving her friend who just had stage 5 colon cancer, but she just got hit by a truck.
And that's just a side quest.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
I mean, I don't. Have you read a Spider-Man comic in a while? That's
Yeah,
basically
bro,
how they
dude.
work. It's just like, what's the
Jesus
worst thing we
Christ.
can do to Peter Parker right now?
Right.
Yeah.
And still expect him to be like, I'm okay, guys.
I mean, did you
Life's
see
great.
Spider-Man? Did you see Spider-Man Miles Morales, like the movies? Like every version of Peter Parker, even the versions that weren't Peter Parker. If you become Spider-Man, just get ready, okay? Your life is going to be fun.
the worst shit is
Hope
going
you
to
don't
happen.
love
to
your
you.
loved ones too much.
Yeah, right. God. And what did they call them in that movie? They were like these were like world events or something like that.
Canon event, yeah.
Canon events. These are canon events that happen. Like the one to where Spider-Man is in like India. Like this massive building was gonna fall and crush his dad. I'm like, what the fuck? Like who comes up with this? My God, there was like a little girl down there. They're like, "Hey, it's just part of it. We gotta let it happen." I'm like, "Golly, bro, what the hell?" Oh man, but
Those
what
things-
else? What else you been
Not to
playing?
get
I'm
you off
sorry.
topic, that was like my favorite part of that movie was
The
I love
little girl
Spider-Man.
getting
Oh,
crushed.
yeah, the little girl specifically. I'm like, I hate little girls. No, Miguel O'Hara. I love Spider-Man 2099, and seeing him as like the bad guy was like, I'm into this. This
Oh
rules.
yeah, yeah.
That was the thing I remembered most when I was reading 2099 because like that was the 90s. It was super exciting. It was the new
Yeah.
Marvel thing, and I remember like I love Spider-Man. I want to read 2099, and I'm just like, this guy's an asshole. He's a real
dick,
jerk.
bro.
And so then seeing him
Jesus.
be the bad guy in the movie, I was like, oh, they read the book. They know what they're doing.
Speaking of that, have y'all watched Spider Noir yet?
I've
No.
started to. It's
Oh, man. Like it's
I mean-
weird that it's so. I mean, me personally, it's weird that I'm enjoying it so much, bro.
you have to you have to like Nick Cage is first of
Yeah.
all, like you have to, because this is peak Nick Cage. Like
It's definitely a Nick Cage flick. But yeah, what else have you been gaming? What are you gaming right now? You fucking playing Diablo or WoW?
I'm playing Diablo. I have to pay attention in WoW, so
Yeah,
I'm
true.
playing Diablo. And Blasphemous 2, actually. I picked that back up.
Blasphemous 2.
Yeah.
Man. That Blasphemous game, bro. It throws me for a loop, dude. I just suck at like Souls-esque type survivor games to where they're like, your character is a level 0, and in the first 5 seconds of the game, you're gonna face off against a level 100 that has a 2,000% shield. I'm like, fuck. What am I fighting against?
Like, so I beat the first one, but I got the worst possible fucking ending.
Yeah.
And then when I started looking up like the endings and started seeing what you had, I'm like, who would know how to do this the first time?
Yeah.
What do you mean I have to get the Pearl of Assholishness up to level 7, but lose 6 fucking candle burns of my left pinky toe? Like, it's
it's all there in the lore, Toaster. You just got to listen to the nuns like complain or whatever. I don't know. I've never played Blasphemous.
Yeah, I gotta listen to old basket faces complain at me. The seventh mistress of the misery bell is on the mountaintop in the vessel of the abyssal veg.
You're like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get into gameplay. They're like, before you take on this vessel, you have to kill 7,000 men. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Take this sword with these massive thorns on it so you bleed every time you hit somebody. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
It's just like Jesus, you see.
My safe word is fucking Abercross. What is this?
My God. What about you, Janky? What you been gaming, bro?
Lately, I have gone real deep into the game Sea of Stars. It's been on my list forever. I've played it in bits and pieces. The first time I picked it up, I was just blown away because like 2 of my favorite games from the Super Nintendo were Super Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
And this game clearly was made by people that just like played Super Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger and went, that's it. That's what video games are supposed to be.
Right? They need to be together.
Yeah, like they have like it's got like the timed hits, like the timed attacks of your because it's turn based, but you like have to like push the button at the right time and get your like secondary attack or whatever. So like for Mario RPG, it's got all the crazy. It's got the combo attacks like in Chrono Trigger where you have like your multiple characters, like 2 guys can do like a special cross slash stuff like that. It's really good. Like I know people had some complaints with the story, but it's been getting me right in my feels because like I'm just a sappy sucker for people for the power of friendship. Honestly,
the power of friendship is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it's been fun.
What else? What else have you been playing? Is that it?
That's been about it. Yeah, like I was dabbling. I've been dabbling a little bit in Darktide a lot, but the last few days specifically, I've been going hard in Sea of Stars. I've been playing Darktide with some friends, and then they haven't been playing the last couple days. So I'm just like, I need something solo to play, I guess.
Okay. Well, outside of the stuff that I'm going to talk about with Summer Games Fest,
Super Summers thing.
Super Summer Game Fest of Summers.
From the 90s.
Yeah. I'm doing another gameplay corner soon featuring some of the DLC from the highly underrated Immortals Phoenix Rising, brought to you by Ubisoft. I totally forgot that I got the season pass, and like I went back and like started went back and I was like, oh shit.
How they get you.
Like the first DLC was just like trials. Like it's just like a continuation from the game, and you're like your character's a god and all this other stuff, and then you going through this whatever. Spoiler alerts, but then there's new DLC. There's other DLC that came out that was called Myths of the Eastern Realm, and it's like set in Asia. And you're a new character, and then you follow like Asian gods and all this other stuff, kind of that run into the same exact type of issue, to where this like chaos energy is pouring into the world, it's making everything evil. And then there's another DLC called The Lost Gods, and that sets you up as another new character. And it's got its own little miniature map as well. And the game is just, it's such a great game. Like playing back through some of the original content before I went to the DLC, I was like, man, dude, like it was like they added everything that was really great about some of the like combat system from Assassin's Creed, and then like merged it with like humor and all this other stuff, like merged everything into this one giant ball of just fun. And it's really, really something cool. If you get a chance to check it out, I would definitely check it out. There's so much stuff to do. There's really great customization. There's transmogrification that you can do with your costumes, a massive skill tree, a ton of secrets. And like, Toaster, in did you play Assassin's Creed Origins?
Yes.
Okay, so in Origins, whenever Bayek has his eagle, and you could like go to the eagle vision, you could like literally tag like 100 fucking thousand things with it. That's in the game, and it's so great. Instead of you have a little bird that will follow you around and like be a companion for you, but instead of you using the bird vision, you use your own vision and you zoom in, and like you'll go over to certain areas as you're looking, and it'll kind of do this little flash thing, and it gives you the opportunity to push like R2 to reveal it, and it'll show you like where certain chests are, where certain enemies are, certain secrets and challenges that you can face off against, and it all tags on your own little miniature map. Whenever I realized that, I was like 20 hours in before I knew that, and I was like, motherfucker, I've been looking for all this shit, but it's really a cool game. So I would definitely check it out if I was y'all. I don't think I've been playing much else. I've been playing college football, which I'm still going to share my own impressions on college football. I did have the opportunity of seeing some of the gameplay and stuff early, but it was literally like a couple of days before I went out to Summer Game Fest, and being able to like sit down and do that while working 2 jobs and all that, it was kind of too much to do at one time. But
I'm just glad that there's a college football game.
That there is?
Yeah,
bro. I'm glad to hear that.
It's been a minute. Yeah,
man.
One of my favorite memories was when I was at UT. I was at a house party, and like I went there with this girl, and we were just hanging out, and neither of us knew anybody at this place. We just walked into this, like you do in college. You just walked into this place that was having a party, and like we didn't really know anybody, but we saw they had like a video game there, and we sat down on the Xbox, and we were playing. I don't remember which NCAA it was. It was one of them, whichever one was like new at the time, probably. But like, I remember I was starting to kick her ass at it, and like she was like, and I mentioned it first. I was like, I don't really like play football. I don't really play like video game. I play football games too much. And she's like, oh, okay, good. Because like, and then she's playing, and she's like, I coach and referee intramural football, and I have for like 10 years. Why are you beating me at this video game? Like, I don't know how to play video games, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I will say real quick, what's really good about college football 27 and Madden 27 this year is the intensified human feel to it. So like they said that the characters and the gameplay that they showcase, like they move more realistic than ever. There's a new dynamic weather system that's in the game. So like if you're playing in like Colorado and there's a 50% chance of snow,
where?
Colorado.
Colorado.
If you're playing in Colorado and while you're playing there's like a 50% chance of snow before the game. You can start the game out and it's all sunny and everything, but by like fourth quarter, a big ass snowstorm could have moved in, and it actually it really changes the gameplay now. Like instead of it just being you running through the snow and it's a little bit harder for you to catch the ball, it's harder for the players to run. Like the ball catching, instead of you just being able to do an easy user pick, like you actually, to catch the ball on offense and defense, you actually have to have it this arrow into this green marker. And if you don't have it, you're going to drop it. You could give the AI a chance to catch it, but there's always a possibility of them not doing it. So,
it's just an RNG at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But they've really done a lot of increased implementations on that. I think it's going to be a really good game this year.
It's going to be awesome.
So before we get started on talking about Summer Games Fest and Nintendo and stuff like that, Toaster wants to talk about a little topic that a lot of people were supposedly upset about or something like that with this new Supergirl.
Oh, come on, internet.
Take it away, Toaster.
Fucking come on. We have reached peak fucking second grade cafeteria level bullshit on the internet now. So, first of all, like, everybody's like comparing Millie Alcock to a character for, I think, Land of the Lost or like something. Yeah, which is bullshit. That's fucked up. Sure. Dean Cain, man, look in the mirror, buddy, before you open your fucking mouth. Off to the pool of irrelevance with Kevin Sorbo and Scott Bio.
No, I didn't know this.
I've only seen people arguing that. Oh, hey, it's me. I've only seen mostly people yelling about the Supergirl from the what movie was that? The Flash, I think. The one that was like
trying to say they're like they should have casted her.
This one's better, and it's like
who gives a shit?
Like so, all right. So now it's how does she have earrings?
like
what the fuck? Are you serious?
Is this like a how does Clark Kent shave thing?
Right?
Like it got to the point where James Gunn had to take a second from his life to tweet. She goes to red sun planets to get drunk. She loses her powers. She went to a red sun planet, got her ears pierced. Fuck off. He didn't say fuck off. I added the fuck off.
He should have.
He was probably thinking
it was implied.
Because it's an implied fuck off.
It's ridiculous. Listen, it's ridiculous. Okay,
plain and that's simple. The thing. Like when
they're still upset
with the bullshit of like, oh my god, Aloy has peach fuzz on her face. Like it was like, all right, maybe go touch grass.
Yeah,
I've known pretty well ever since the movie The Last Jedi came out. Like when that movie came out and the way that people reacted to that movie, and it was just like everyone was just fighting about it. I just had this moment. I was like, I think this is just what like media is going to be like from now on, and I think largely I've been proven right. It's just every new thing that comes out, because there's such a media empire, there's such a media enterprise out of like making people mad. So you can just make YouTube videos about how like, Millie Alcock doesn't, she's not pretty enough, or why does she have, earrings, or all this bull crap, and it just gets you clicks. Like it's all just to make you make crappy people money, and it sucks. I hate it.
Who was the last one that was Supergirl in the Flash movie?
I can't even remember her name.
I can't remember.
She was good.
Wait, the movie or the TV series?
The movie. The Flash movie, to where it had Michael Keaton in it.
Because she wasn't actually like Supergirl. I think she was like, it was like the alternate reality Superman that was a woman or whatever.
No, because
I haven't seen the movie in forever. It wasn't like that good of a movie.
Yeah, like in the movie they had stated that
Sasha Calle.
Okay, yeah. Sasha Calle. So in the movie they had stated that she was Kal-El's cousin, and Kal-El was actually killed because they thought Kal-El had all the DNA of the Kryptonians inside of his body. He was like, he didn't survive the process. And that's when there was a really badass scene where she was like, mother, and her eyes get all red and she goes all crazy. I thought that was really great, but there was people on the internet that just blew up. They were like, she doesn't have blonde hair, she doesn't have blue eyes, and now they have
mad at her when she was around, and now we have a new one, and people are mad at this one instead of the other one.
It's like, oh my god, it's a continuous thing, bro. It's a continuous thing.
It just feeds it. It's just like but this is just a whole new level of stupid. Like
it is.
Like
it's a constant irritation,
like,
dude.
Why?
It is a continuous irritation.
Like if you're that hard up about it, just go sit and spank yourself to the fucking comic and don't fucking ruin the movie for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I sat through through David Cornsweat's Superman with the biggest dumbass grin on my face because you know what? I watched a 2.5-hour Superman the Animated Series episode, and I didn't give a fuck that that's exactly what that was, because that's what it was supposed to goddamn be.
Yeah.
Like,
I was supposed to. I was going to review it for Cinelinks, but I could never finish the review because I could not come up with like more words other than I really liked it. I just really liked it.
Yeah,
It was just a really good movie, and I really liked it. And like my brain could not like turn that into an essay. I was like, I don't know, man. I just really liked it.
I just realized. Wait a second. Hold up. I just realized that Mr. Janky's tag says COO. What pigeons do? Jesus Christ, man!
I was pretty proud of that one.
That was the closest to Christopher Reeves we're gonna get.
Thank you. And like I've argued with my uncle about this too, because my uncle, he says that he didn't really like the last Superman movie, but he's like classic, like old school kind of Superman guy. That's how my dad is too. And they can't see anybody else but outside of Christopher Reeves or Henry Cavill being Superman. But
it makes you wonder why Henry Cavill got that when there's been so many other Supermen. It's like something changed.
Yeah,
so Cavill is the '90s Superman.
Yeah,
I realized that the other day. I was like scrolling through Facebook, and one of those things popped up, and it was like Henry Cavill told Warner Brothers he's not shaving his chest, and then he showed the Death of Superman comic as proof as to Superman having a hairy chest. It was like that one. I was like, yeah, he's the 100% the mullet '90s Superman. He just didn't have the mullet,
Yeah,
like
he had that attitude for sure.
Reeves was just the truth, justice, in the American way, and he was the continuation of like the '50s style Superman. Corn Sweat brings that whole thing. I mean, look at the fact he didn't swear once in that entire movie.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
dude, what the heck?
Yeah,
and he's like, he has a sense of humor. Like, he's goofy. Like, take Christopher Reeves as Clark. He was goofy in Kansas Farm Boy in the '80s. That's how the rural America was perceived. It was just. But now, we're in modern times, and there's the proliferation of the network. People, are more connected and stuff. So you still have like the goofy farm boy, but he's now got a hint of sarcasm, and like he's kind of full of himself a little bit. Who wouldn't be if you're fucking Superman?
He was very human.
Think about how much mental space he has to like set aside for pulling punches and shit, and not breaking mugs just by picking them up. Like,
that's what really I loved about that new Superman, is that he felt, because the whole crux of the idea of Superman, the theme of him, is that he is like an alien, but he is truly just as human as the rest of us. And it's like, the people that he fights that are more alien in the way they think than as opposed to Superman, who's just, one of us. That's what they did really well in that movie, is they made him feel like a person. He wasn't just like a god amongst men. He was a dude just trying to do his best with powers that he was just, that made him just a step above everyone else.
I am looking forward to Supergirl. I think it's going to be amazing. I just hope they don't push her differences from Clark too far.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this was real in a Reeves movie, bro. Like, I was so confused whenever I was younger and I watched this the first time, because I was like, why is Superman getting drunk? I don't understand. Why is he doing that? And then wasn't he like a robot or something? Like, this was a robot version of him or something like that?
It's Bizarro Superman.
The Bizarro Superman? Like,
I don't know.
Pissed. He's like, come on, bro. Like,
oh, that's so funny.
People get mad about that shit now. And that's what the Superman movies used to be. I mean, come on, bro. Like, golly, dude. Like, it drives me crazy.
I hope Supergirl does well, and I hope the universe that James Gunn is building continues to do well, because I want to see this Superman meet Gunn's iteration of Batman. Like,
yeah.
And I am honestly hoping that we get. I think Gunn will pull off the closest to comic book accurate, mainstream comic book accurate Batman. You
Easily,
know,
yeah.
you had Keaton's Batman. You know, little goth, a little weird. Things a little batty upstairs. You know,
Did y'all never watch the Flash movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
The recent
Oh my
one?
God,
The one we
bro.
were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
I've seen clips. I
Like the fucking when Michael Keaton was in that movie, bro, that made the whole movie for me. Like all the other Flash shit was kind of goofy and gimmicky, but when Michael Keaton was in there and he had that long ass hair and they see him for the first time, he finally comes out and he's like, "I'm Batman." I was like, "You fucking right, you're Batman."
But
it was awesome.
I've said this multiple times. Like for me, Kevin Conroy will forever be the voice of Batman. Every time I read a Batman comic book, that's the voice I hear in my head.
Yeah.
Michael
and nothing against Warner Brothers or the Lego company, but the person that voiced Batman recently, I mean, I thought it was cool, but I'm like the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, as I'm like working on the review for that, I'm like, this isn't Batman. Where's Kevin? Conroy?
You know who's very close?
Who?
Hamish Linklater, the guy that does the voice of Caped Crusader.
Yeah. That's true.
Like he's got a solid Batman voice. He's doing a good job with that show. But
the current Lego Batman voice, Will Arnett.
Yeah,
I know that was him for the movie. I don't know if they did it for the game.
Real quick. No, I wish they would have done it for the game. That would have been awesome.
He's funny as hell in the movie.
Oh, bro, Will Arnett as like a Batman in the movie or the Batman movie was hilarious, bro. Like I watched it just the other day again with my son, and like when he's sitting down and he's watching what the fuck movie was it? With Tom Cruise, where he's like when he's like fuck, what does he say in that pivotal scene? He's like, help me help you. And then Will Arnett's Batman's like, he just starts laughing at it, bro. It's one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie, man.
Right. So wait, Conroy's the voice. Keaton will forever be the best Bruce Wayne.
Oh man.
Like he captured a dude that's psycho very well. I like Keaton's I like this Bruce Wayne. Frank Miller, this Batman, was definitely Batfleck. And I loved Batfleck because that was totally like Batman is sick of your shit.
I was a Batfleck supporter too. I thought that
I was too, yeah.
Despite I didn't think that the movie was amazing, but I was like, he's really got the look. He's pulled it off. He does feel like that old Batman. That's like, I've done this for too long, and I've seen too many of my sidekicks get beat to death by crowbars.
I'm
gonna start shooting guys
for some reason.
Yeah. You can't not have a sidekick.
Master Bruce, what happened to Tim? He died. Find another one.
So the voice actor in Lego Batman, The Dark Knight, The Legacy of the Dark Knight, was an actor named Shai Matheson, and he's done voice acting in games and stuff like that. I'm not saying that he was terrible, because he wasn't. It just, to me, it felt like kind of like one of those random animated movie Batman voices. And
dude, I mean, you got to figure you're stepping into a role that has been voiced by some iconic fucking voices.
Exactly.
I know.
You know,
I'm just sitting here talking shit
Kevin
about my uncle
Conroy,
just a second ago.
Fucking what's Peter Weller, for Christ's sakes?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jason O'Mara.
I forgot. Peter Weller did do Batman. He was awesome.
The Dark Knight animated series, and Jason O'Mara has been fucking killing it as Batman for a while now in the animated DC movies.
Yeah, he has been. Edith, hello. This Edith is somebody I met through Jay Shockblast at Summer Games Fest. It was great meeting you as well. Yes, they are really great movies. I will say that. But so to move on from this, we're already in the 30-minute marker.
We haven't even talked about video games.
Yeah, we hadn't even talked about video games yet.
What's video?
Summer Games Fest was amazing. It was a really wild ride, and I'm gonna just kind of quickly run through some of the stuff that I have up now that you can check out. One of the games that I did get to check out while we were at Summer Games Fest that was just like, it was mind-boggling to me, is a game called Seed. And it is pretty much everything that we have ever wanted from a life simulation game. I'm talking about like these guys sat down. One of the co-founders, I think, of the studio, and one of the main creator of this game. They've been working on this title for like 10 years. And it is in Seeds, you can create your communities and all this other stuff. But the wild thing about it is the branching artificial intelligence that they have for these characters. Like, they communicate like I've never seen characters communicate before. You have a companion app that, like, when you're away from the game, you can say I started a community and I had two characters that I was communicating with, which one of them is Toaster and one of them is Janky. And I'm like, Janky, before I leave the house, I'm like, Janky, I want you to get over here and, mine this stuff, or like get this wooded area knocked down and get as much materials as you can so we can build these buildings for a factory that we're going to build. And then I tell Toaster the same exact thing. While I'm away from my computer with that app, I can text them and be like, hey, bro, how's the building going? And they'll give me live updates, like texting me like a fucking human. Like, wow. I saw this shit in person, bro, and it fucking blew my mind, man. Like, they'll text you like a real person and be like, like say Janky's character is not the best at harvesting wood. He's like, hey, I did.
Patently untrue, but continue.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, I did what I could, but while I was doing it, I don't have the most experience in doing it, and I broke my arm. So it's going to be a little bit. So then I could text. When I get back, I could find other people in the community, and this is just a small bit. I could find other people in the community. Say I had somebody named Peter. I could go over there and say, bro, Peter, Janky was doing this stuff and he broke his arm, but then he said afterwards that he really didn't want to do the shit in the first place, and he's thinking about stealing material from Toaster's factory. Peter will go back and find Toaster and say, hey, bro, that motherfucker Janky is talking about stealing shit from you. And then, like, the entire community will change their perspective about you because of rumors that you started. And then those characters, if you want to, you could set up actual political systems yes, bro. Listen to me. You can set up political systems. You can set up political systems.
I don't need video games to mirror what the fuck
just
is
get this, bro.
Right now.
This is wild. You can set up political systems and actually like get like Toaster and Janky to run against each other. And then if Janky wanted to, he can make up a bunch of bullshit about Toaster, and the whole community will like change their perspective or like make you get out of town.
Is Elon Musk involved in this video game?
The guy that I talked about this was one of the most down to earth developers I've ever talked to in my entire life. Sure. And what he said, one of the main reasons they wanted to make this game is to give people that escape, but also give people opportunities to understand that like the decisions that you make have consequences. And like if there are people that have issues with like understanding social constructs or like how to kind of get out there and be more social or decision based, like life creation, like you could do that shit in this game. And it's like, I'm not kidding you. I think the beta is supposed to come out now, and I've already talked to them about getting a bunch of keys. So we're all fucking playing it. I'm just going to tell you. And it is, listen, it is really, it was boggling my mind. Like I had
my avatar is going to retreat to a hill and just.
I had the bro. I had the dev
heard
team
about this guy. I'm like, nope, I didn't hear about that guy.
I had the dev team
I don't care about that guy. Yeah,
I had him in tears, bro. Like because we were laughing so hard. Like we couldn't even get through. We couldn't even get through the main amount of the fucking appointment without like him and me were like at one point in time, him and me were trying to catch our breath because we were laughing so hard. I said, what are y'all fucking psychotic, bro? Like I said, not only are you trying to take people away from their families by like, hey, we're actually going to make a working progressive system to where if you did something like Second Life or Sims, you know as well as I do, none of those games actually had any real progression. Like there wasn't real progression. There wasn't really growth. You were like, hey, you like this person, and then like somehow they end up getting stuck in a house, and a fake Grim Reaper shows up and kills them or something. This like you can actually really set up like economic systems. You could set up like if Toaster wanted to, he can build his own weed farm here, and then like you can make money in the system. And then if I had a character that I was just doing bullshit, Toaster's character could come to me and say, hey bro, I know I've noticed that you're not really making a lot of money. Do you want to come work for us? And then like if I wanted to, I could just set it up for like months to where my character just goes to work, makes money, comes back to the house and chills. Like it's so crazy, bro.
That sounds great. I'd love to have a job. That sounds amazing.
Your avatar turns around, looks at you, and goes, "Does this unit have a soul?"
Listen, I'm telling you, I told him
the game off.
I was like, I said, so they actually really grow. And another thing too that he said that they don't have as of yet, but they're going to build into the construct. Like if you have things in your house, there's things to where like people will come in your house and try to steal some shit. And right now their system is like if they steal something, then the creator of that town could be like, okay, well, we're banning you from the town. But he said, now we're actually going to set it up that like if that person steals something, you can get people that are in your community that are police officers to go and arrest them and then take them to court and then put them in jail. Like it's crazy, bro. I was like, well, how long would they stay in the jail? And he was like, however long the mayor of that town wants them to stay in the jail. I'm like, damn, bro. Like it's
all
real,
just like simulated NPCs.
It's created NPCs. So like there are certain ones in there that are like artificially created depending on your town. But then there's other ones like if you start a community and say I sent everyone on Cinelinx a code to the game, then we're the only ones in that community. And we're on our own specific island. And then we can invite more people to join our community. And over time, those land masses.
This is how cults start. Everybody listening to this podcast.
It's really, really crazy.
Pay attention to what Caleb just said.
And and also too, like he pointed out like small things. Like he showed me this one character and he was like, so you see this character right here? I said, yes. He said, that is actually the child of one of my characters from one of the very first servers that I had. And I said, what happened to the other ones? He said, they died. And I was like, so wait, they die. Like there's actual like permadeath in there. He said, yes, some of your characters can die. And then he said, like your community will set up like, they'll set up like funeral processions and all kinds of stuff for them. And I was like, no way, bro. I mean, it was really crazy. But like I said, the team really talked about like the main thing about this was delivering a real simulation style game that can actually help people understand. Like the political system they have in the game was actually like when they were building that political system, they actually had a Harvard law graduate that like sat down and went over the entirety of it. And it was like, hey, this is what you can do here. This is what you could do there. Like, I was like, man, bro, like cool. Real social constructs and like real thinking NPCs too. Like
with Civilization.
Do what?
I'll just stick with Civilization.
But it was crazy, bro. I was like, man, this is some psychotic shit, man. This is some stuff that they're like, hey, if the world was going to end, what kind of game would we make? This is it right here. But it was a really wild ride, dude. Honestly, I was really impressed with it. Another game that I was super impressed with that was somewhat shocking to me whenever it came down to showcasing like real gameplay was Blood Message, which was brought to you by 24 Entertainment and NetEase Games. I got hands-on with it, and I'm telling you, like everything that y'all saw on the like the reveal trailer and all this other stuff, like it actually really is like
there are people already calling this an Assassin's Creed game.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I feel like I actually told him I feel like it's like a merger between what was really great with like Assassin's Creed and God of War. Like it was like it's like a really heavy cinematic game.
I was gonna say it feels very cinematic right here.
It's really cinematic. And there's moments that like you think that you're in a cutscene and you have like a knife up in your throat and you're thinking, oh, this is just a like one of those quick time events or something, but you'll be in a quick time event. And if you don't do it quick enough and you have an enemy behind you, they can still damage you during that quick time event. Like it was really, really, it was shocking. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like I haven't seen a game this masterfully done visually, in a long time. And
gorgeous.
What'd you say?
I said, it does look gorgeous.
Yeah, bro. Like, and what's great about it is that it came from a studio that I would have never, like, it wasn't even on my radar. This game wasn't even close to being something that was in my head that I was like, okay, this is a game that I'm really excited for. I actually, Daniel, one of the PR reps that was representing him, whenever I came out, I kind of like kicked the door open and I was like, you lied to me, bro. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, you totally undersold this shit. Like, this is like amazing. And he just started laughing. He's like, well, I want everybody to be surprised because the team has really put a lot of work into it. And they were like some of the most humble developers too, dude. Like whenever you're talking to them about the experience and how you felt, like, I mean, really showcase like how great they felt to hear those messages, even though you could tell that they knew that they had stumbled upon something, like had created something that was really special. You could tell that they even though they had stumbled on that, they still had their doubts. You know what I'm saying? They were like, I mean, is it really going to be as good as we think it's going to be? So this next one was crazy, bro. I mean, I'm not kidding you when I say it. It's another one of those games that was made by a studio of just like 4 or 5 people. And let me get this full screen. Y'all got to listen to some of this. I don't even know if I have it set right, but I don't know what to do or what to say. Oh, yeah. It's like a rhythm-based game. Okay. I love that. And I've got to go to the. As I said, my hands-on impressions aren't going to do it like relative. Even let me see, Mr.Records.
No, not Mr. Beast.
That's the first thing that pops up. Here it is, right here. All right, so
innovative music games.
They've made really special music games, but this is like a hand-drawn game. All of the music that was in this game was actually produced by them. And I've already talked to Wired Productions about being able to play this audio. Like, if I play this, are we going to get copyright? And they were like, no, it's all directly copywritten by the studio themselves. They're not going to do any type of copyright strikes, but just listen to this real quick.
Tied to a moment, a memory, or a feeling. We had so much fun creating and recording all those songs, and we'd like to give you a quick preview of the result.
It's wild.
Sitting in my armchair and I don't know what to do or what to say. Oh, it's a sausage blues. I knew it was life.
That song was called Sausage Blues, by the way. I'm telling you, bro.
It's got a real rhythm heaven vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Take all the bad days about weather, then flip it around and make it all better. Just keep it strong and never say never. We got one life, make this your treasure.
My kids have been walking around like singing that part of the stage.
A lot of
I believe it.
But
that's catchy.
This is the crazy thing, like the gameplay. So you play as George, and George is like an older guy.
Mr.Record?
Yes, this was Mr.Records. Here's the beginning of this.
Is George. He has an extraordinary gift. He can travel through music. As soon as he hears the first notes of a record, he's transported into vivid worlds where he interacts rhythmically with the environment and unfolding events.
Sun in your ears.
My kind of game.
I was like,
A
bro,
wide range of musical gameplay experiences
I'm telling
shape
you,
this
it's
journey,
really crazy.
letting you feel the music in a truly unique way.
That's the Mr. Sausage song.
Dude, those rhythm games, like, they are deadly for getting shit stuck in your fucking head.
Bro, I'm telling
Because
you.
I was watching the Disco is Dead or whatever that game is.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the-
yeah.
That is
And
Disco,
somebody
yeah.
did it to Rasputin. And I
Yeah.
had the rah Rasputin part stuck in my head for 2 fucking weeks.
Get
Like,
Boney
it
M,
would not
bitch.
go away. And I'm
Listen,
playing that game. So I mean, these games that those songs were awesome too.
it's something really special, I think, and like you could see here too, like the worlds that are built or whatever. Like whenever you go to play the game, like you'll have your moments to where like whenever you get money from the people that come into your record store, that's how you buy new records to play. But you also have to make the proper suggestion to those people for the situations that they're having. So like the one guy in the top right corner, he's like, well, I got this girl coming over to my house and she really likes kind of strange music or whatever, but with that music, like could you make a suggestion for me? And I made the wrong suggestion, and he came back
and goes Dead Man's Party.
Yeah, he came back and was like, she hated that song. Like, I don't know if she's going to go on another date with me or not now because of it.
That's when you bust out. Hey man, I got the thing for you.
Other people
Right.
trying to teach you a lesson, young man.
Yeah,
No, you just show them like, hey, I got something for you. That's when you bust out Sausage Blues.
yeah, you bust out Sausage Blues, exactly. But it was,
This is you
I'm
now.
telling you, like it was a really, really cool, unique game that was kind of came out of left field, and I was excited about it because of like I saw the initial announcement trailer and I was like, oh, okay, this looks really good. But when I sat down and played it and heard more about the game from Wired Productions and what they kind of did with this game and built, like I mean, it was something really special. I told them I'm very excited to play the game whenever it does come out more. Another game that was exciting to see a return to the original style of gameplay. I got to play it for an hour. Was Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. So Lara Croft has somewhat come back to her true form and things of like the style of game. As you all know, the last few Lara Croft games were more survival style games, kind of like the Uncharted series. This one is
like the origin stories for her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes. So like this one is basically a reimagining of the first Tomb Raider game. Oh, and it really feels great. Like the style of jumping, the style of gameplay, the double handed pistols. Even right here, you see the dinosaurs like the T-Rex and Velociraptors you're facing off against. You face off against wolves and bears and all this other stuff. But we got to play it, and it was a massively beautiful game. Like the game really looked great. Now, mind you, we were playing this on a PC that was probably something I'll never be able to afford. But yeah. They're not only
650 90s stacked into it.
Yeah. They're not just Crystal Dynamics isn't the only studio that's working on it. They also have Flying Wild Hogs working on this as well, and it's being published by Amazon Game Studios.
Like actual Flying Wild Hogs or
actual Flying Wild Hogs. Like I was like, where did you
Crystal Dynamics has something more important to work on than Lara Croft.
What's that, Toaster?
Gex.
True.
That is very true. But as you can see,
that's why they supposedly used AI during the development of this one. They had to speed up.
Yes. So actually, and one of the lead developers talked about that while we were there, and they said that the AI development, what they would do is they would run an idea through AI tools that they had. And then once it would kind of generate something, if they were kind of stuck or like didn't really know how to make something feel, I guess, authentic, they would use those tools. But then they would, once the AI tool was used, they would go back and fully redevelop that ideology and that like imagery or whatever by the studio themselves. So it wasn't ever anything that was AI generated.
The underlying code that the AI provided you.
Like, I'm just saying listen, I didn't ever hear them ever say anything about using any type of AI code. They said specifically that they would run it through a system. If they ever needed to use the tool, they would run it through a certain system, and then they would actually go back and rebuild it through their own engine with their own development studio. So
seems a lot of
I don't have it, but I think
seems like extra work, you know?
Yeah,
it does.
That seems like a very suspicious definition.
I'm just stating
think there is I think there's probably a truism in the industry right now, though, that there's a lot of pressure from like high level execs that are like, you have to use this in some way because
and also too, I mean, listen, I do understand. I do not want to be that. I don't want to see development teams being replaced by AI, but I mean, there's also tools, I think artificial intelligence tools that can be used to help further along AI to where it's not like the studio is having to go into such a heavy crunch time.
I believe in using it as a tool.
Yes, that's what
But at the same time, I think you need to be honest about using that tool and not, like there's a game on Steam right now that like got tagged because like 90% of it was developed with AI.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to use AI, use it, but be honest about it. Don't try to mask it with, colorful wordplay and things like that.
Well, I mean, I will
be a non-zero number of people that just aren't going to touch your game.
Yeah, I will say I totally agree with what Toaster's saying. But transparency wise, the development studio was 100% transparent while we were there, told us directly that they did use AI tools to help in the development of the game. And I don't think
like, just leave it at that. Just be like, hey, we used AI tools. Don't be like, then
but like when
scrubbed and rebuilt things from the ground up.
But I mean, you also have to understand too. We were talking about this. Yeah. We were talking about this earlier though too, and you have to understand like where we're at in the industry. If you come out and you say that you're using AI tools, you only have like 50 to 70% of everybody come out and say, "Well, we're not going to buy your game."
Yeah.
So like they're coming out and trying to be
70% of people aren't going to go see a fucking movie because the superhero has their ears pierced.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm getting at. So it's like it kind of cuts down to that point of like where do you get, like how descriptive do you get of telling people? Because if you're not too descriptive and you're just like, yeah, we use some AI, then everybody's going to look into and do research and
they're going to look at every single texture,
they're going to look at
everything, and they're going to be like, this is AI, this is probably AI, and it might none of it be, but now like people are combing through your game, calling it something that it's not. So
that's all I'm trying to get at.
You're gonna do it. You probably have to be like, this is exactly what we do, and it does feel very mealy mouthed, like. And I think it is. It makes you wonder, like, why they even have to do it. It's like, because it seems like it's a lot of extra processing work, like I said earlier, just to do, what is basically amounts to concept art.
You know what game I'm the most excited for that got revealed?
What's that?
I think you know.
I'm waiting.
Aliens Isolation 2.
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
I have a video that is in the works, and I can't talk about it like 100%. But let's just say there was something set up while I was playing the game that recorded my reactions, and I was stuck there longer than anybody because I died like 20 fucking times.
Janky, I waited in line with a press pass at PAX East to play that game.
Yeah,
like, I told Caleb. And I think Skelly was with us. I was like, y'all go do whatever you need to do. I am playing this video game.
I'm going to be here until I get what I want.
And the first time I watched the alien come out of the ceiling, I was like, I'm going to die so many times.
Well, let's just say this. There is a moment in that demo. I can talk about it now, at least in that sense of like, there's a moment in that demo that happens. And the character that you're playing as doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And when it drops, like, hopefully the camera picked everything up. They said that they're getting everything processed and they're hopefully going to send it to me Monday. But you'll see me on camera go, oh, shit.
Dude, it's the thing that, like, everybody slept on that game. Like that's the
did, bro.
first like, and I'm not the type that usually follows.
I mean,
I don't follow Dev Diaries usually, like, you know, but I followed that one because I was like, from the just playing, I was like, holy shit, this is an alien movie. This isn't a video game. I'm literally playing the main character, and it felt like a natural progression from Alien to Aliens. Like it sat beautifully between those two movies, you know. And then like people were like, "Oh, the alien takes too long to stop looking for me," and it's like, did you leave a cabinet open?
right?
You know, and then with that, like
in that room, did you move anything? Because like I'm just gonna tell you, it's 10 times more intensified. The I wouldn't say artificial.
This is the appropriate use of AI.
Yeah,
like
listen,
right
bro,
here. Put the
I'm not
engine behind the alien and watch how many people be like, "Fuck,
bro." Like there was a moment to where like I was looking at my controller trying to see if I could turn my mic off because I died like 5 times, 6 times in a row. But then I was like, no, this is the experience. This is, you know. So then I was like really quiet. I had my mouth sealed like this. And I'm like walking and I bump into some fucking shit that's on the ground. It's like canisters, and that canister was like ching, and then you hear go. I was like, oh shit.
So, like I had when it came out on the Xbox One, I had the sound masking and the camera tracking. So like when I was hiding, I would literally be in my apartment like this, looking around the table, like, you know. So I made the mistake. And the thing is if you like, and they did this with the Metroid game on the Switch. There was a window that you could dodge the alien, but there was no warning. There was no quick time event, and it was completely fucking random. So you were never gonna figure it out. But it all like you did it, but it left you with like an eighth of your health bar. And that happened. I was like, "Fuck this!" And I started running, and I found a room. Luckily, I found a med kit, but I heard the thud, 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 thud. So I like hide behind the freaking lab table, and I'm sitting for 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
like basically like going around the table slowly.
Yeah.
And then finally, because I left the fucking cabinet open, and plus it's the only room in the hallway that we just went down. So then it's like, well, this stupid fucking human's here. Finally, the thing starts to walk off, and my freaking cat walks into my living room and just goes, "Wow!"
bro.
And I hear thud. I'm like, shit. And straight up like, like,
damn it, Whiskers.
That happened with me whenever I was playing it. Daryl walked in and was like, "Hey, are we eating?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! What's wrong with you, bro?" But
I can hear.
I was so mad, bro. I was like, I finally got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm making progress. And nope, I was dead. But one game that I did get my impressions up, there was actually 2 Alien games at the showcase. And one that I was just like, I put in so many hours in this game whenever it first came out, was Aliens Fireteam Elite. And it is a 3-player cooperative Aliens game. And I
would play that if I could solo it. Like, I don't want to have to co-op with somebody to play an Aliens game.
Yeah, but listen, it's so much better when you co-op. You can solo it. You can solo the entire game. The first one you were able to do that as well, and they'll give you like 2 additional synths as like your baseline synths that will back you up. But I'm telling you, like, though the first game was really great and was really fun, those synths don't do shit when you, like, if they're not actual people, like, they don't do as much, bro. Not even close. But Fireteam 2 actually fixed something that a lot of people really wanted in the first game, and they added a 4th character that you can co-op. So it is all 4-player co-op. Okay. Right out the bat, first day, on day 1, you're going to be able to do 100% crossplay on the game. You're going to be able to, they have like a master class that you can unlock called the Specialist. And the Specialist, you can actually get all of the stuff that you've unlocked from every other class and connect it into that one to make like a super cheat code character in the game. And we played it, and I'm going to tell you, I had such a hell of a time, bro. Like, everything is intensified. The xenomorphs are way more intelligent than they were previously. Just like Alien Isolation. The blood, like when in the last game, like you'll kind of like if you walk into a puddle, like you'll get a little bit of damage. This time, like you can see on the ground right there, like it is way more intensified.
That's a hazard.
It's acid blood. Like if you walk into it and you're standing in it, you're gonna fucking die. So you have to really work as a team. You have to make sure that if you ever co-op it with anybody that you have a medic class, because if you don't, like you can revive your team, but you're not gonna be able to get shit done while you're playing. The swarms that are in there are really crazy. There's like all different types of xenomorphs. There is like the spitter that spits acid. There's these those right there, these new classes of like bloaters that like run over there. I always use bloaters because of Left 4 Dead, but they'll run over there and explode near you. They also have these hunter class that will just like you won't even see them. Those motherfuckers will literally hide, and they're the only one in the area, and they'll jump out and attack you. They'll have some of these heavy classes. Then they have scents that are in here that will attack you, and they have armored scents. They have Weyland-Yutani drones that have gone crazy, and they'll like 4-legged spider drones that attack you. And he also said too, I think it was Chris Crook who was talking about it. He had said specifically, like it's not a bullet farm style gameplay anymore. It's not like, oh my god, we have to shoot this character 1,000,000 times and it doesn't seem like it's doing any damage. Like if you have a good co-op team set up and you do head damage or whatever, you'll actually see it really damage that character properly. They also talked about too that like I really mean it when I say it. Like playing the first one, I even downloaded it again recently just to play back through it. The first one is really fun, but there's times that you don't feel like sometimes some of the aliens, like they'll kind of get stuck or they'll kind of like wait in certain areas or whatever. That's not the case in this one. It's way more aggressive. If you don't pay attention to what you're doing or what you're bringing into the game, then you're probably going to get fucked up really quick.
You're not going to have a good time.
You're not going to have a good time. But it is a really, really fun game. And like I said, that is one that I really got to play a lot of while I was there. But I can't wait to share my impressions with you on Alien Isolation 2, bro. Like I'm going to have that full video, and then I'm going to have my reactionary like camera featured on there as well. I'm telling you, dude, like when I got up and was coming out of the area that we had the gameplay at, like I looked at all the other booths that everybody else was in, and everyone was gone. And I was like, did I die that much? It was pretty wild. So that's kind of all I'm really going to be talking about with my impressions today. But I did want to talk about what was your favorite Summer Game Fest announcement?
I don't have a favorite, but I have one that angered me the most.
Okay, what was your...
Ryan knows, I think.
Tell me.
Resident Evil. Veronica.
Why did that anger you?
Because that game can die in the fiery pits that E.T. should have died in.
Why?
So, way back when, I played the original Code Veronica on the PlayStation 2. And you get to the point in that game where you're like, oh, sweet, I found a way off this island. Yay. And you get on the plane. You take off. And you think the game's ending. You're like, sweet, I beat the game. All of a sudden the plane goes, Brr! And the male pilot goes, hey, Jill, go check out what's going on in the cargo hold there. And you go back there and you're like, hey, oh, Tyrant, how did you get on the fucking plane? So you're supposed to weaken him and then hit him with the cargo from the plane to knock him out of the plane. But to weaken him, you need explosive ammunition. I, being a dumbass, last save that I had explosive ammunition was like 3 hours ago or whatever. And
my God, bro.
I got to the point where I could fight him with the fucking hunting knife because I had his pattern so memorized from trying to kill him without explosive ammunition.
How many hours was that, do you think?
It was a lot. I don't like, yeah.
2 minutes.
And that was, dude, I stopped playing Resident Evil games for a while after that because I was just like done. And now I'm like, they're like, Resident Evil Veronica. I'm like, you assholes.
But listen.
Because now, like, I'm a stubborn asshole, and I'm gonna have to go back here.
Yeah, because you know how they do them now.
Like, now I'm gonna show up with all of the explosive ammunition.
You're gonna have so much explosive ammo now.
So remember,
if you want this,
what's great too is like we did a sit down Q&A with the game director about this before we played on Amusha, which I'll have my impressions of that up on Monday as well. But we sat down and had a Q&A with them, and they had said, we want to, of course, by naming this code or Resident Evil Veronica, we wanted to have, of course, the original feel of the game and the excitement of the game. But as you've noticed, some of the games that have been like featured now, it doesn't have those like branch offs. It's like Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil Veronica. He's like, there's kind of a pattern that's building of like how we're planning on releasing these Resident Evil games from now on. And like with Veronica, though it's going to be still true to form to Veronica, there are going to be changes that are going to be made that they think are proper changes that needed to be made initially. I mean, but just listen to this reaction, bro. Listen. Hear me yell. Oh, no. I think it was like right whenever, right there. Oh! Oh! Yeah! And what was funny is like when they did showcase, or like when I posted that, somebody commented on the video and was like, "You were the guy yelling, 'Oh my god!'" And I was like, "Yes, it was me, bro."
That's so good,
dude. Like I'm so torn right now because if you remember when the whole remake thing started, we went on a fucking tear about this
we
is
did
a money grab, this is blah 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 blah. And, there are some people out there that do that, but because Resident, like Capcom has done such a great job in like, I mean, for me it was like Resident Evil 6.
Yeah,
when you're in that Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and it's so oppressive and it's just like that, I was like, okay, we're and then
we're doing scary again.
Yeah,
we're not boulder punching anymore.
Right, like this is, and it was. I think it was a benefit for me, honestly, like not playing many Resident Evils after the Code Veronica fuckery. Because then I came in with a whole new fresh. Actually, Resident Evil 5 is where I kind of came back into it. Although I was kind of pissed that you couldn't run and aim. Like that really annoyed me. Like you had to stand in place. Like, dude, there's a horde of zombies. Move.
Wait. You liked Resident Evil 5?
That's where I came back into the Resident Evil series.
Bro, I hated Resident Evil 5.
I think it was a little like everybody was in that whole like let's make things gritty. I mean, look at like Max Payne 3.
Yeah.
I
liked that. I liked Resi 5, but I don't think that it's a good game. It was just I have really fond memories playing it with
like it was a really
we played through co-op
experience.
the whole way through. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
but like bro, like
we played
the fact that you couldn't move properly with your characters, and then they were like, "Oh, well, this isn't like the T virus. This is like something else." I was like, "Okay, what the fuck? What is going on?"
But Wesker's here.
Wesker's here, yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Here.
You punch a boulder. That's basically all I remember.
I'm going to tell you, I think my most, and this was kind of post, this was like right as Summer Games Fest was ending. My big shock and awe moment that just blew my mind, and I never thought that we were going to get it, of course, was fucking Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, bro. Like,
yeah.
Bro,
this is gonna make me buy a Switch too.
Listen, this part right here, where is it at? Right here. At first, I was thinking, "There's no way," but like when it showed Link laying there on that bed, I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking Ocarina time, bro!"
Can I control the amount of "Hey, listen, hey"?
We'll see.
Put a slider like that, like in the Bubsy annoying talk slider.
Oh my god, yeah. But I was shocked. I was like, no fucking way. And then, of course, too, like Kingdom Hearts 4. They literally just ran, we got something else to show you. Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm like, what the fuck is Nintendo doing, bro? Like, they're like, hey, I know we weren't really they had some great stuff. They had a really good booth, which is something else I have to share. I didn't play everything that was at that booth, and there's one game that I cannot talk about until like July that we got to do hands-on with. Hold up. Let me recollect the NDA. There was a game that I played that we cannot talk about until July. That's the best thing I can say. But I'm sure that if you know the games that were kind of showed off, you might guess what game it is, and it's really special. But I will just say that there are certain games that I did play. I played Rayman Legends Retold, which was a hell of fun. And then I played Among Us Story, and which I was like, what is this? But like after playing it and then coming home and sitting down and watching the new like Among Us TV series, I was like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. And
I heard the show was good.
The show is fucking hilarious. Me and the kids watched the last episode earlier, and I was like, what the fuck? But Nintendo did shock us, I think, or shocked me at least. Though some of their announcements were kind of, I thought ending it with those type of announcements, like Zelda Ocarina of Time, and the fact that they're like it's coming out this year, and Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out this year. My wife is a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. She really, even though the last one was kind of, so, she loved Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But Toaster, I mean, what did you guys think about the
Jakey? What did you get? Anything?
Yes.
My game.
I'm sorry, Jakey.
It's okay. I think what really got me interested was probably the Virtua Fighter Crossroads.
Yeah.
That for starters, I thought it was just like another maybe like a Yakuza style game for a second, because when they first started playing it off, it was like, oh, it's like one of those 3D fighters. I was like, the 3D fighters don't work unless you're RGG Studios. And then I saw RGG Studios and I was like, wait, what is this actually? I was like, this isn't the what's the other game they're making called? Like a Dragon. It's not Like a Dragon, but Stranger than Heaven. It's clearly not Stranger than Heaven. Yeah. So and then I was like, Virtua Fighter Crossroads. I was like, oh, is this like a offshoot? Like is it like a fighting like Mortal Kombat, like one of those Mortal Kombat like spin-offs they made back in the late 90s or whatever? They were just like side-scrolling action games. I was like, is it one of these like weird spin-offs? But then it was like Virtua Fighter Crossroads, and the VI was highlighted as the 6th. So, and then I looked into it more, and I've been watching like the additional like presentations they've had on it, and no, it's like a legit new Virtua Fighter game.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this for a while. Like Virtua Fighter is one of the very first 3D fighters, and like the last few games have been kind of like whatever, but this one looks good. Like they look like they're really ramping it up, and like the Yakuza guys, getting them behind it, having those guys into it. I'm really excited. I haven't played a 3D fighter in a while. I basically gave up on Tekken because I said I do not like this game.
Did you not like Tekken 8?
I did not. I don't like
Tekken
in general because I play on a controller, and I don't like the way that the game plays on a controller. I feel like most fighting games you can play anyway. Like people will argue, you got to have a fight stick, you got to have the button, the leverless, you got to have this, you got to have that. It's like you can play any fighting game on a controller if you want, except for Tekken, because it's like they want you to push like the inputs they want you to push, or like hold on, I have a controller. Right
I had
here.
to change a lot of my controller style.
It's like you have to push this button, and this button at the same time, and it's like, how am I supposed to push? I can't even while I'm doing this. Like I don't know, man. Like that game is definitely one for like you need a fight pad that all the buttons are just right there, and you can just push all your 4 buttons.
I agree with that. Yeah, you do.
And it seems like Virtua Fighter is really moving away from that. Like they're doing, it seems like a lot more just based on like combos and stuff rather than like weird button combinations.
I agree, 100%. And speaking of games too, that like, because I didn't really get y'all's input on this, big, I guess, showcase that they did with Gears of War.
Oh, that little indie studio, and
yeah.
What did you guys think, Janky? We're going to start with you. What did you think about Gears of War E-Day?
It looks dope. I mean, I did not stay back and watch any of the other stuff. I just watched this trailer. I don't know. Like I know they had like a big the big presentation after.
Yeah, too.
But from what I saw here, I'm like, this looks like we're back in true to form. Like this is the kind of stuff that I remember from the old school games that I love so much.
What about you, Toaster?
I mean, it's Gears of War. It's really hard to screw up that formula.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, the fact that all of the games that Xbox freaking showed off were tagged with available day one Game Pass. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you can't. I'm definitely downloading it when it launches.
Yeah.
You know, I did think it was hilarious that Cliffy B had to, you know, go out and be like, "Hey, those locusts are dropping pretty easily."
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, he did concept everything. So
yeah,
I mean,
no, it's
really think about it. You think about it. He not only conceptualized Gears of War, but if it wasn't for Cliffy B, Fortnite wouldn't even be around, bro. Like, it's kind of weird to think about, but really, I mean, his two of his babies are massive franchises now. So I remember when Cliffy B kind of talked about Fortnite for the first time and talked about everything that was coming. I was like, oh, so it's like a zombie game and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, now
look at it. Yeah.
Look at it what it is now, bro.
Now it's a really, really good cash shop with a mini game attached to it.
That's true. And hey, you'd be proud of me, Toaster. I have not played Fortnite in quite some time.
I'm hearing a lot of people aren't playing a Fortnite in a Fortnite. It's the player.
I got into it when they did this last like big season change, and it felt different. It felt fun, but then they started adding all this other stuff to it again, and I'm like, that's too much, bro. Like they're like I mean, I think it is still. I still stay in the same mindset that I've always stayed in, stating that like it is a really expansive game that really tends to all of its fans, and it brings all these different characters together and all these different universes and stuff. But it gets to the point to where it changes so quickly.
Yeah.
Like
it's like every new season's a completely different gimmick.
Every new season, it's something different or something that you really, really like, and that fans are like, hey, y'all really need to keep this in it. They're like, it's almost like they're like, well, we're definitely going to lock that up, you know, and we're going to bring it back in another expansion later on. I'm like, oh my God. But I think Gears of War looks really great. I think the gameplay looks fantastic, and I think that Xbox did some really great things at the showcase. I will say, I mean, I don't think it was a gimmick. I think it was a really big, heartfelt thing that they gave 500 of those Xboxes away to 500 fans. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but
yeah, I did.
Like they were at the event, they were like, if your badge says fan, then you will be getting one of our 25th anniversary Xbox Series X's for free. And I mean, fans just lost it. They're like, oh my God, you know, that's great. That's really, really great.
I'm gonna sell this on the internet for $5,000.
Yeah,
I know, right? That's where it gets me. It's like, I know that's happened.
Yeah, we'll see. But you know, like I had my Xbox jacket from the showcase last year, and at some point in time last year, I had posted pictures of it online, and one guy had hit me up. I was like, bro, I would love to have that. You know, if you're just, you know, if you're not using it. I was like, no, I'm keeping it. But it was just sitting there. I mean, it was even my Cyberpunk jacket. They were just sitting there, and they're great gifts to have from some of these developers. But like, I know there's other fans out there that would really love it. So I told the guy, I was like, he was a huge Cyberpunk fan. He was a huge Xbox fan. So I was like, dude, I'll sell both of them to you for like $50 or $100 or something. I can't even remember how much it was, but it wasn't anything crazy. Because like whenever I came back initially from last year's and I had that Xbox jacket, like I looked online and bro, that jacket was listed. There were so many people that had that jacket listed for like $500 to $1,000. I'm like, come on guys. Like, dude, what? I didn't get the jacket. It was a gift from them. And I'm, you know, my wife was like, well, at least don't just give it away, you know, like at least get some type of money from it. But it still made me feel bad for selling it. Like at some point in time, I got 2 replica Diablo 4 swords You remember those swords that they did? That was.
I had. Yeah, you sent me one.
Yeah. I gave one to Toaster, and I had another one that I gave to somebody else too. I can't remember. I think
You gave it to Jen.
I gave it to Jen. Yeah. So like, if the stuff is there and it's not being utilized or whatever, I used to have like on this whole back wall, I had like 6 bookshelves of stuff, and then I eventually, like a couple of years ago, I was like, I really need to start getting rid of some of this stuff. Like I was selling some of the stuff, and then other stuff, like this one guy came and picked up, bought a bunch of Dragon Ball statues that I had, and then I gave him a bunch of other stuff. I gave him like a set of like Dragon Balls. I gave him all this other stuff because that's just how I am in that sense. Like if I know that somebody is a big fan about games, I'm like, why am I going to keep it? I would rather somebody else have it, you know. There's certain things that I'll keep. Like I'm sure, like just like Toaster, like I still have up on my window, I have all my badges from every event that I've ever been to, and I have, you know, my Alduin from Skyrim. But anyways, getting back on the thing, like it was a really good thing, but you know, then not to talk bad about Xbox, but news broke, of course, that like in total it was like 400 million, possibly that it. Upwards to 400 million to develop Gears E-Day. And then news broke that they're talking about doing job cuts again. Like possibly up to 1,000 employees that they're going to fire, or have to let go because of this. Is something that like, and Sasha came out and said, you know, these type of, you know, moves and re-strategizing company, the company brand, we have to do that. But then you see all these other people out there that are just being so ultra negative, and they're like just rage baiting off of it. Like this is what Xbox wants to do, and Microsoft doesn't even want to be a part of Xbox anymore. They just want to sell it off and let it be their own entity and all this. I'm like, come on.
I mean, the CEO of Microsoft, some of the comments he's made.
Yes, of course. But you know, and the way I look at that is like with the comments that the CEO made, you're $1 trillion company, dude. Like you're literally the amount of money that Microsoft makes year to date every single year is utterly ridiculous. And I agree with the decisions that Sasha made, like to drop the price of Game Pass, to reinvest into exclusivity. That is something that you could go back and look on the podcast, and I was like, I think this is good. I think that I think it's awesome to have Xbox games on PlayStation, but I've also said that I think it would be awesome to have PlayStation games on Xbox now, like the Spider-Man series and Wolverine. I don't like the fact that
Sony was never going to do that.
Yeah,
I know that.
They've all pretty well walked all that back.
That's the whole reason they got in trouble with the Activision merger, is because their lawyer was an idiot and didn't keep his mouth shut about the number of IPs that Sony actually owned. And when the judge was like, "Well, those will be from Xbox," and he went, "No,
that's not coming to Xbox." But I think that Xbox is possibly moving in the right way. I can't really say that I 100% liked their showcase, because though I thought it was great, I thought they showcased a lot of games. I don't really like these showcases where it's like trailer back to back. You know what I'm saying? I don't like those formats. I don't know why, but like I like the old school style of showcases, like whenever like they showcase it and the developer comes out and we get like actual gameplay, you know, or like on stage gameplay, or hey, we're gonna walk you through 5 minutes of the game real quick and showcase, you know, a build of the game, and that's kind of that old school E3 method of things. But at the same time,
and where's E3 now, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to say. At the same time, you know, E3 is kind of done and over with. And I talked about that at the event too. Like Summer Games Fest as an event is so much better than E3. Y'all, neither one of y'all did. Either one of y'all ever went to an E3?
I don't think the E3 was around until
God,
I think by the time I was like old enough to go to press things.
I got this one hair right here that's like every once in a while it comes up here. It's like, hey, Caleb, and like tickles my nose and it's driving me crazy.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
It shows up awesome on the camera.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So like, I think that's something that I did bring up is it's so much easier to go and enjoy an event like Summer Game Fest because it's so much more personal, bro. Like it didn't at E3, you had like you have an appointment upstairs, and then 30 minutes later you have an appointment downstairs. And when they added consumers, bro, oh my god, bro, like it really messed it up. It really did. Like, I hate saying it like that, but God bless, bro. Like, trying to go through swarms of kids that are, or people that are sitting there waiting to play Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, the line was all the way outside of the LA Convention Center to play that game. And I'm like having to fight people, like, I've got an appointment in 5 minutes. Get out of my way. It was so much easier at the Playdays event because it was more personal. You're able to sit down with one individual developer and talk about the game, or a PR company and talk about these experiences, which another game I'll be able to talk about soon, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, is Star Wars a Galactic Racer, which I got to play that for an hour, and it was really
I'll be really excited to see that. I'm stoked for that one too.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, especially the fact that Sebulba's in it and you get a chance to like race off against him and fuck him up. How dare you do this to Anakin's family? If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't have to go through so much strife. He's like, I didn't sell him off. It wasn't my fault.
I'm just an asshole, man.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming on the show today, of course, and we'll be back this coming up Sunday. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. We'll have some more hands-on impressions from Summer Games Fest over the next 2 days or so, and I'm going to really try to crank them out as much as I can, as quick as I can for you guys. But I can't wait to.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I can't wait to really share my impressions with Alien Isolation with you guys, especially with the reactionary camera that was set up.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
I'm going to get some popcorn. Be like, this is the moment where Caleb Pete is.
You'll see me a couple times go like this, or like jump like, oh my god.
I'm gonna be showing it to my family.
Yeah.
Watch this guy; it's really funny.
Look at that giant ass dude. Like I was actually like I was
right here. Ray poops himself.
They had these like chairs that like had your legs really close, and I was like set up in there like this, and then I like looked at the camera and I was like, Is the camera going to be focused on my face, or is it going to be focused on my stomach? So I'm like trying to like sit back a little bit further. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Second Opinion Podcast. We will be back next week with another great show. Please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And check back for some great content. Love you guys.
Peace.